Welcome to the OT Tip of the Month. This month, I want to share with you a really great resource that our team has created to help teachers to implement movement breaks in the classroom. Remember, movement breaks are a great way to help with self regulation. When we exercise and move our bodies, we flood ourselves with those positive neurochemicals that help us feel good, help us get out of that stress response. And the resource that we have also has breathing activities to do, and breathing also gets us out of that stress response. And it's a great way to make that transition from awake, alert, excited to ready to learn. And during this time where we're still experiencing some challenges with uncertainty and stress, it's really important to be mindful of continuing to help our kids reset so that they can access their learning. So let me share my screen with you to show you this great resource. This is a website that our team has created. It was originally created back in 2020, in the spring of 2020, when we moved to distance learning. At several of our schools, we run sensory stations, exercise stations, powerhouse we call it. It's a way to streamline sensory breaks for some of our special education students who receive OT. And now we're using it as a really lovely resource for teachers to implement movement breaks into their classroom. So what it has over here is a couple of different weeks. Each week has different activities. There's 4 or 5 different activities. They're all different movement or muscle or core strengthening activities that just get you up and moving. With each of the activities, you'll see a title of what it is. You'll see the reference, if there's a specific reference where we have learned this exercise or activity. And then each video is anywhere from 20 seconds up to a minute. All of the activities do not require any equipment. That was very intentional so that it just uses our body to move, and you don't need anything extra for it. There are a few activities that are more activities that happen on the ground. So if you have a classroom that doesn't have carpet, that's more tile floor or hardwood floor, you may or may not want to do these activities. And so you can choose to do all 4 or 5 of them. You could choose just 1, just 2, depending on your space, depending on if you have carpet or not, and depending on how much time you have. At the end of every week, there will be a breathing activity. It'll say breathing and then list the breathing activity. It's really important to do breathing after you do the movement. Again, that's that transition back to learning. And you certainly can use these breathing activities just by itself. Remember that movement and breathing activities can be used during transition, before or after transition, when kids just need a break. If you feel like they're kind of spacing out and you're kind of losing them, you can use any of these activities. So you can see there each week is really similar. There's different members of our team doing the exercises. Sometimes they're outside, sometimes they're inside, but they always are really short, brief activities to demonstrate exactly what to do, and the kids can follow along. I would certainly encourage you to think about using some music as well while you're doing activities and exercises. That certainly is a motivator for kids. All of these exercises can be used with a wide variety of ages. So there isn't a certain targeted age. You'll notice some of the activities require like animal walks, like a crab walk or a bear walk. Those might lend itself more to our younger kids, but certainly our older students in middle school or high school can still benefit from doing those types of activities. So I encourage you to check out the resource, experiment with it, and I hope it becomes another tool in your toolbox to help aid in making self-regulation and movement a daily part of your activities. Thank you.